Hello everybody, welcome back from sunny Arizona. We're so glad to have made it out here. The Coachman got us here after all without too much trouble. It's a big relief to make it, and I've been spending some time here. We've been here a few days now. Been spending some time wrapping up some of the loose ends on the Coachman, and this morning we're going to take a ride into town. A couple of us are going to grab some breakfast and run into Flagstaff, and there's nothing really I need, nothing critical I need right now, which is a good sign in itself. There's no emergency repairs that need done right now. I'm getting a pretty good handle on things, and it's a good place to be. But we're gonna run in town, grab some things, and then we're gonna come back, with some odds and ends and take care of a couple of little jobs on the Coachman. But I wanted to before we go, I want to do a real quick follow-up on that lithium battery that I got for the refrigerator. It's doing really well, and I just want to touch base on that. All right, I took the bench off because I figured I'd do this while I had the bench off, because I am finally running the cables to hook the solar up. Now, this battery's been doing everything, as advertised. It's doing everything as expected, and the trouble is I haven't been doing my part of it. I did figure out before I even set this all up how much power this refrigerator makes or uses. It uses in a 24-hour period. It uses about 1,200 watt hours, and so I knew that by using one of those portable battery things. That I have a couple of those, so I knew that this battery being rated at, what is it, almost 3,000 watt hours. It's 2994 or 2944. That's and this only uses 1,200. 12 times 2 is 2,400. It easily ran that for 2 days and a comfortable margin left over. So it's been doing its job, but like any battery, I haven't had any way hooked up to put that power back. My solar wasn't hooked up. I don't have anything hooked up to where it charges from the alternator when the engine's running. I don't have it hooked up to the onboard system that charges when it's plugged in or the generator's running. I've been putting no power into this, and like I say, it's run that refrigerator for 2 days. Now, I do have a battery charger for charging lithium batteries. I've been using that. That's another device I'll get to in it. That's for another video though. So it's like every 2 days, I don't run it completely empty. I just don't do that with any of my batteries. Even though you can with the lithium batteries, I just don't. I don't want to run it completely empty and say, uh-oh, the refrigerator's starting to get warm in the refrigerator. I want to catch it ahead of time and replenish that power before the refrigerator stops and isn't getting cold anymore. So on our trip across here from Pennsylvania to Arizona, I keep an eye on where my power level was at, and 2 days I'd hook it up to the battery charger and replenish some of that power, and then continue on more of our. So I've been playing that kind of circus, power juggling circus, but now I'm finally to where I'm going to hook power up to it. But I'm really happy with it. It's at as average. The numbers are working out right. It's doing exactly what I expected it to do. And this is the follow-up video. The original video, and I'll link it at the end. And I'll also put the link to this thing at the end of this video and the first video I did. We talk about the space savings, the weight savings, this creates more usable power than my 4 lead acid batteries. And while they would fit in here, it wouldn't. They might fit in here, and this is only about 1/3 of the weight. And those lead acid batteries anyway, they gas off. They can't be installed inside. So, there's all those benefits. And plus, really dollar for dollar, when you figure the lifespan of the lithium, the usable power, the space they take, the smaller space they take up, the weight savings, everything, it's just more cost effective, to go lithium. It really just doesn't make good dollar sense to use lead acid batteries anymore. The lithiums have come down in price over the last couple of years, and it's just it's more power for your dollar. Yeah, again, that's with the warranty and the lifespan, everything considered. Lithium's the better deal for the dollar. All right, we're gonna get on with some things here. Like I said, I'll put the stuff information down in the video description. Use that link, and I absolutely invite you to shop around, comparison shop, look at prices, and look at the usable power, the warranty, the number of cycles. Go ahead and shop around, compare all that stuff. But I've done the same thing. These are a good deal. So that's it. We're gonna get on with things and get to town. I finally got to see my very first tarantula. There's a little baby one over here. Okay, I meant to bring something for scale. There he goes. Isn't he cute? That's I mean, I know they're around. Others have seen them, but that's the first time I got to see one live. He doesn't seem to mind the camera at all. Well, go on, fella. Have a good day. All right, we're gonna get on our way here. Hey, look, it's fall in Arizona too. We're at Goldie's Route 66 Diner this morning. We're gonna stop and have some breakfast. Got some old railroad cars over there. Some sort of little park. But we're gonna run some errands. I'm gonna get some stuff for the Coachman at the auto parts store today, and a couple other things at the home improvement store, and a little bit of grocery shopping. So we're out doing some errands today. But we gotta stop and get some breakfast. All right, I've heard of people car camping, like in Priuses. There's actually a club. Well, here's somebody that looks like they're camping in an old classic Corvette. See,
that's nice though. I like that.
The package. Who camps in a Corvette? A classic Corvette.
I feel like that would be very tight, but it's beautiful.
It is. Look, some old advertising. Pepsi Cola trucks in a car. Malts, burgers, and milkshakes. Classic. I think this is Betty Boop, I think. Might have been a little bit before my time, but it doesn't look like she's gonna seat us. Doesn't look like has seated anybody.
Oh, this is buried under there. There's
He got his 12%.
There's sausage.
What did you say, John?
Actually, she asked me if I was staying at the park, and I said, no, I'm smoking.
Tabasco or anything over there. Salsa, it's okay.
And they
I'm actually good.
the lady,
Yeah, it does. Thank you
You're
so
welcome,
much.
of course.
yeah, wrap her in.
Okay, did you ever get like your usual favorite and then you wished you'd maybe got something different? Look at these French toast specials. Jeff got the French toast special with sausage.
The sausage patties are huge.
Yeah.
And Roger got the same thing, only with the bacon. Oh, I should have got French toast.
I
haven't-
tried
I
to
haven't-
tell you. I've eaten it before.
I haven't had French toast in a long time, and I love French toast. And I'm stuck with my good old usual.
It's okay.
No, it's good. I love this.
You know,
so
maybe
I'm
you can
fine.
get a side of French toast.
Maybe we'll need to go out and get breakfast another day.
Yes.
So that's always an option.
Yeah, we come here a lot.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna dig in. All right, I'm stuffed. I've only been through Williams, Arizona, once or twice, just kind of passing through. I've never really stopped, and I hope to check it out a little bit more this this year. And here's check this out. Looks like another, cafe, eatery. Oh, the Darathai. I don't know how you would pronounce that up there. The sign up above the car up there. Darathai. Must be have Thai food or something here. They look an old Ford Fairlane. And I'm not sure of the year of that Mach 1. I had a 73 Mach 1. And 71, 72, 73 were that style. And that's been a long time ago. I don't know my Mustangs like I used to. I'm sure somebody will know, probably from where them turn signals are situated. But yeah, I had one of these. And it got away from me a little bit one day. And I kind of ruined it. Yeah, there's all kind of shops and cafes here on Main Street in Williams. And while today's errand day, we gotta take care of the important stuff first, and hopefully another day we can come back here and spend some more time. I know a lot of my friends have made numerous trips. They're quite familiar. Williams is not new to them anymore, but it's new to me, and everything's new and fresh to me. And they put one of them alpine coasters up on that hill over there. We might have a look at that another day. There is a storm brewing. Here's some wicked thunder off and on. Maybe we'll get lucky and dodge it. We're gonna go, I think it's all coming this way, and we're going that way, but I think it might get out of our way in time. We might dodge it. What? She'll be back. We just went into the post office. She'll be back. What, you Kellogg? Huh? What? They'll be back. They'll be right back. No. They'll be back, I promise. They'll be back. So the dogs suddenly get lonely and they gotta seek comfort with me. Oh, they're in the post office. This was across the street. Here's something you don't see too many of anymore. An old International Scout, but it's the pickup style. It's not like the Jeep that has it has a pickup bed, not a back seat and a hardtop. You just don't see too many of these around at all. International Scout. And a second generation Econoline high top van. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Alright, they're back already. We stopped by this dog park here real quick, and poor Bella's not with us. But actually, we stopped for other reasons. A little trip to the park, and it's a nice fall color. Just, looks nice. Nice sunny day. We're here on the edge of Flagstaff. We're gonna take care of a couple things here. All right, we made it back from Flagstaff, and that trip always takes a little longer than you think. But you know, it's an hour each way, so there's the travel time and a little bit of traffic. And anyway, we're back, and I ended up not stopping at the auto parts store, which, like I said earlier, there's really nothing critical. I got the engine stuff kind of pretty much handled at this point, so that's a good thing. There's still stuff to do there, but we're good for now. I'm comfortable to travel with it. I don't expect any more hiccups anyway. So anyway, I did go to the home improvement store, to Home Depot there, and got a couple other some little items that just like loose ends I want to get wrapped up. One thing was, the day I got here, I left my door open. The flies were real bad because it had rained for a couple of days, and the flies always are bad for a day or two afterwards. But they've settled down since. But I'm going to be prepared for next time. I got a couple of these fly sticks, and they're just real sticky, just like these ribbons. I got a pack of these a 10-pack of these ribbons too that you just hang. So yeah, I picked up a couple of those to combat the flies out here this winter, off and on at various locations. And I got a couple of these magnetic things. I already put one up. This one door, it has those little like shocks, hydraulic or spring-loaded shocks to help keep the door shut. But they're old and they're weak, and they didn't. This door would sometimes just sit here and do that. Okay, when I'm traveling, and half the time just hang open anyway. Now it has a magnetic thing on it, and you can hear that shut, and it stays put nice. So I got a second one just in case one of the other cabinets want to act up. And I got the refrigerator was opening whenever I drive, so I duct taped it for now. So now I got to clean the residue off of there. That's not too bad. But what did I get here? It's like a child safety thing. You put one, a strap for the freezer and a strap for the. I didn't even look how they're attached. I think one end's just adhesive with a clip, and the other end I think is also adhesive. It's meant to go around the corner here, and I think I got room there before I hit the thing there. There is a little bit of a gap still here that I need to get a little bit of caulking for. and it's kind of too small to get one of those. Here, I'll show you what I did with the other side first. It had a bigger gap, about a 3/4 inch gap. Well, not quite that big, actually about a 1/2 inch or 5/8. But there's a bigger gap kind of behind it a little bit. So I got that this expanding foam, and yeah, it was a big enough gap in the evenings. You can certainly feel the cold air coming around it. So, and actually that's what I used when I first put the refrigerator in. I didn't even use any brackets to hold it at all. There was a little place up here in this corner. I was able to get a pretty good squirt in there. And up here, too, made a pretty big puddle. It's that expanding foam, and then it cures, and it really adheres really well. And then the gap at the bottom, because of the legs for leveling, there's adjusting legs. So it was like a 1-inch gap or so at the bottom. I filled that up. So that really held the refrigerator really well. And also around back, I did the bottom, same thing on the back side and the bottom. Now there's not access to get up in on the back side. But so the 4 places in the bottom, he's a pretty generous amount. Really kind of set it in. And then again, across the top, it really kept it from, the top from kind of wanting to move. So it's really stayed put. After 2,000 miles, I know how far this, from leveling it and making it straight, all that, I know how far it sat when we left, when I installed it. And it hasn't budged at all with that. So it's really staying put really well with this stuff. And now I've put this additional, the whole length of it. And I did fill in the back better too. So this refrigerator is going to stay put. No brackets or screws, just this stuff. Just this great stuff. So that was another item. What else? Anything else here? Oh, there was one more. Just one of these sliding latches. Because the wardrobe back here, it pops open sometimes too. So I got a nice narrow one that will fit. It will fit in here, and I'll just slide that over. I'm not gonna use the other part of that bracket. I'm just gonna actually drill a hole in the wood there and mount the one piece there. And when we go to travel, I'll just slide that over and lock it and try to keep the wardrobe door from swinging open. I'm thinking, what else did I get? Oh, and this one other cabinet down here under the bench. It's like the wood, the door on it has come loose and it's coming apart, the sections of it. So what I get? Oh, I'm just going to pull it apart a little bit, put a little bit of wood glue in it, and all the seams I can access. And I'm just gonna put a ratchet strap around it 2 ways and pull it tight, and just let that glue set up. And that should take care of that. Anything else? I'm gonna get to that. I think tomorrow. There's still some time today. I might get started and get that those wires hooked up to get that half of my solar down to these batteries or battery for the refrigerator. I really need to get that done and out of the way. That's that little juggling energy, juggling power around. Well, that's just it. It's a circus of juggling power. So we're gonna get on that next. So anyway, I'm gonna clean up my little bit of a mess here and probably get something to eat this evening, and that's it. So we'll be back soon with another video. We didn't see Bella very much in this video, did we? We should say hello to her. She knows it's starting to get later in the day and kind of chilling out. She did good for Terry and Scott. She kind of paces around wondering where I'm at when I'm gone. Funny thing about our dogs, we know how they behave when we're with them. We don't always know how they behave when we're away from them. And Terry said, she was always kind of wondering where I was at, sitting by the door, and acted kind of goofy when she was over there for a while. And she said she'd probably just more comfortable when she came back home. So she took her out for a walk a couple of times during the course of the day and everything. But she could just tell how she acts differently when I'm away than when I'm around. Her behavior is a little worried about where I'm at and when am I going to be back. It's funny stuff. Was you worried? Was you worried about me? Did you miss me? She did. She was excited. Give me some lovin's. He says, I missed you. Don't be going away. Don't be going away like that anymore. All right. We'll be back soon. I'll see you.